Hello everyone, in this video we'll see the another method of LR parsing called as CLR. The LR1 is called as a CLR1. Okay, so LR1 is nothing but we can say that LR0 plus a lookup table. In a previous video we have already discussed the LR0 called as SLR technique. The LR0 is one in which the right hand side of the production will have a dot operator in it. Okay, so when we don't have any look ahead, we have only dot operator on the right hand side production, we can call that technique as a LR0, and we have seen one example of it in a previous video called as SLR, that is simple LR. In this video we are going to discuss about a CLR, that is a canonical LR, which is also called as LR1. Okay, why it is called as LR1? Because in CLR we have one look ahead symbol present on the right hand side of the production. Okay, in SLR we have seen that when we want to create a parsing table, we used to put the reduce entry in the follow of the left hand side of non-terminal. Over here in CLR, we'll put the reduce entry in the look ahead symbol. So that is the major difference between SLR as well as CLR. Now let's see how we can calculate the look ahead symbol. Okay, so in the production we have discussed the closure operation in the previous parsing technique. So for example, if I have a production of the type S2 A dot B beta and gamma. So when we apply the closure operation, we know that we have to, in the next step, we have to include the production of B. Okay, so when we include the production of B, for example from B to CD we have, over here the look ahead, this is called as a look ahead symbol. Okay, so with the production when we do comma and when we introduce a terminal symbol, it is called as a look ahead for that production. Okay, so B to C comma D. Over here to calculate a look ahead, we have a formula that if there is a production called S2A dot B beta and gamma, the look ahead for the production B would be a first of beta gamma. Okay, so the first of beta and gamma would be present here. Okay, so if beta is a terminal, here it would be beta itself. Okay, so using this rule to calculate the look ahead, we will solve the example of the CLR. Okay, so let me write down the rule again here. The rule is for if you have the example of if you have a production of the form S2 A B beta, in the production of B, the look ahead will be first of beta. Okay, that is the rule. So to calculate the look ahead. So now let's see the very powerful technique called CLR. Okay, so the first thing is we have created the augmented grammar. So as I mentioned, the CLR is same as SLR. Only the difference is over here with item set we have a look ahead symbol. Okay, so this is my grammar. Let's take the example. We have a grammar called S2AAAB or BBBA, A2 null and B2 null. Okay, now we are interested in creating the CLR parsing table. So the first step is make the grammar augmented. The grammar can be augmented by introducing the new production called S to S and by introducing the new non-terminal for the starting symbol. Okay, so this is the augmented grammar. I have mentioned mention all the production here. Then later on give the numbers to all the production. So this is the augmented grammar ready. Now I am interested in calculating the item set. Okay, so the first item set I0 is I0 is S-2 dot S. Over here for the first production, because S is now a starting symbol, the look ahead would be dollar. Now we don't have any other product. Now we have a production of S. Okay, so now include the production of S, that is S2 dot AB and S2 dot B A. Okay, now here I have applied the closure operation. So to include the look ahead in both of these production, I need to follow this rule. I need to calculate first of beta gamma. So over here the beta is absent, the gamma is dollar. So first of beta gamma would be a dollar. So dollar and dollar. Again I am repeating, when we apply a closure operation in the production of S, we will calculate the first of the next symbol. Okay, so here the next symbol is absent. So from these two, the first of this symbol is a dollar itself. So we include the dollar. Okay, now we got the non-terminal A. So include the production of A. Production of A is A to null. Now over here we have to include the look ahead. So dot A. Again we have to follow this rule. So the first of beta gamma. So the first of this. So first of this is small a. So let's include small a. Now B2. Again the production is B2 null. So B2 dot. Calculate the first of beta a. So first of beta is small b. So include small b. Okay, this is my I0. Now we have to apply the which are the next symbol the parser is looking from items set 0 and state I0. So go to I0, the next symbol the parser is looking is S. So that is my state I1. It is S raised to S dot and dollar. One more thing, a very important rule that I am writing over here. When we apply go to operation, copy the look ahead. Okay, so when apply go to, copy the look ahead, and when we apply closure, calculate look ahead. Okay, so remember these two things. When we apply go to, copy the look ahead. So when I apply go to here, I have copied the look ahead. I1 S raised to S dot and the I have copied look ahead, that is dollar as it is. Okay, now go to I0. What is next symbol possibly there in I0? A. So that is my state I2. The production is S2 A dot A B. Okay, again this is go to, so copy the element dollar. Now this is small a, we don't need to apply a closure over here. Okay, now go to, the method is same as SLR. Go to B I3 S2 B dot small b BA and dollar. Again small b is a terminal symbol, we don't need to apply a closure. Okay, now go to here, these two productions are already completed in I0, so there is nothing to be left in I0 still. Now we have to check in I1. I1 the production is also completed, so now we have to check I2. So go to I2 small a. Again this is go to, so we have to only copy the look ahead. S2 A dot AB and dollar. Okay, now again this is non-terminal A, so I need to apply closure. A2 dot is a operation. Okay, here the look ahead would be from first of beta A. So first of B dollar is B, so it would be B. Clear? Now go to, do we have any other operation? So this is A. I have introduced the, I have included the production of A. So this is done. Now go to I3. In I3 the next possible symbol is small b. So go to I3b, that is I5 S2 B dot capital B A and dollar. Here again the non-terminal, apply the closure. So when we apply closure, we have to calculate the look ahead. So the first of beta A. So first of beta, over here beta is A. So first of A dollar is A itself. So B2 dot and look ahead is A. Okay, so this is I5. Okay, so in I3 when we get B, this is the production that we get on the next items at I5. Now we have to check in, go to I4. Okay, so go to I4. Now in I4, the next possible symbol is capital A. So go to I4, capital A. What I get is I6, S2, A dot B. Over here I applied go to. So the rule is in go to just copy the loop ahead. So dollar, again this is a terminal symbol. The closer there is no production that we need to include. So this is I6. Now go to. This production is completed. Okay. So we will check for I5. Go to I5. Now in I5 the next possible symbol the parser is looking for is capital B. So go to I5B, that is I7. In that S2 the production is B capital B dot A. Now again this is go to, so only copy the loop ahead, that is dollar. Okay, so up to I5 is done. The next possible symbol in I5 is no other symbol because this production is completed. Okay, now we have done up to I5 and now check I6. Okay, so go to I6, small b will get the new state called I8. The production is S2, AB dot and dollar. Okay, again this is go to, so I have copied the loop ahead. Now in I7 the next possible symbol is small a, so go to, over here I am writing go to I7 small a. Again this is go to operation, so we have to only copy the things. S2 B A dot and dot. Okay, so I6 is done, I7 is done. In I8 there is no symbol the parser is looking for. Even I9 is also completed. Okay, so these are the total number of states that we get in CLR. Now let's see how we can construct the CLR table. So as we know that in, the construction of table is same as SLR. So we have listed out the states, we have listed out the terminal and non-terminal. The terminal symbol will perform the action and the non-terminal symbol will perform the go to. Okay, now the state, how this action and go to is reflecting that we have seen in the previous video of SLR. So first of all we have listed out the states. These are the terminal symbol. One by one we will put the entry according to the operation that is done in each of the states. So just see in state 0 the two productions are completed. Now this is the difference. The reduced entry in the previous case, in case of SLR, will entered in the follow of the left hand side of non-terminal. So but here the entry of reduce will do in the look ahead symbol. Okay, so A2 dot, so this production called production number 3 is completed in I0. So the R3 will be written in the look ahead called A. Clear? Same way the fourth production B2 dot, so fourth production is completed in state I0, that R4 entry we will do in the look ahead called B. So this is what the major difference between SLR and CLR. Now when it receive S, it jump to 1, so 1. When it receive A, it move to 2, so 2. When it receive capital B, it move to 3, so this is 3. Okay, now in state I1 the first production is completed, so that will write as accepted in dollar. Okay, so the accepted entry is done in dollar because the S dash to S dot is the starting symbol is reduced in state 1. Okay, now I2, so in I2 when we get small a, so in I2 when we get small a we move to I4. Then in I3 when we get small b we move to I5, so S5. Now in the production 2 we have done, 3 we have done in I4. So in I4 the one more production is completed, that is A2 dollar, which is production number 3. So this R reduce entry we will do in state 4 in the look ahead called B. So we have done R3 here. Okay, same way comes, we are moving to the next symbol. So that is we have done when in state 5 we get capital B, we move to 7th state. Okay, same way in I5 when production is completed called B2 null. Okay, so that entry of reduce, that is for the production 4, is done in the look ahead called A, that is R4. Okay, likewise in state 6, okay, the next possible symbol is small b, for that we move to 8, so we will do SA. Same way in I7 we get small a, we move to I9, so we will write S9. In state I8 the production S2AA is completed, that is the production number of 1, so 1, that R1 will do in the dollar. Okay, so that reduce entry will be done in the look ahead of that particular item cell, that is dollar. So we will do it here in dollar R1. Same way the ninth production in I9 the production S2BBBA is completed. So this R2, that entry will do in a dollar. So in 9th state in dollar, this is R2. Okay, so over here if you remember the previous video, you might get that over here in the first state itself we had a reduce conflict, because in that case the reduce entry was done in the follow of that left hand side of non-terminal. Okay, but here by taking the reduce entry in the look ahead, we can see that the reduce conflict can be removed or eliminated. Okay, so CLR is a powerful parsing technique compared to the SLR and LLR. Hope this video will be helpful to you. Thank you.